There's a moment where I want to talk to you and I want to see what you think. So there was a Starbeam channeler that I went to go see.
Hello, welcome to the live. Today we're going to be talking about mythical beings. And anybody wants to share their encounters and experiences about the paranormal, the spatial kind, or even spiritual kind. You can hit the likes, the shares, and you donate if you want. You might want to hit the guest request to come up if you want to share your experience. This is a live, and you all are a part of the live. You guys make the live. You're the energy that goes through this live. You're the heartbeat of this live. That's why it's not a show, it's a live. You guys bring this. It's all about you guys. So please like and share. And pass the message out. You never know what happens in this live. All kinds of things happen. Some people hear voices. Some people see things. All kinds of things happen. So if you want, can you hit the likes, the shares. We're going to be talking about mythical beings tonight. If anybody wants to share a story about the paranormal, experience or an encounter, paranormal, spiritual, or of the spatial kind, have the guest request come up, share your encounter and your experience. I would be honored to hear it. We have mods in here. This is a safe space. No one's here to judge you. We're just here to listen and learn and be our authentic selves. And hopefully with that understanding of sharing your experience, it might inspire others to share theirs, so they might learn. And it's kind of a Halloween thing. That's why I had put in mythical beasts tonight, like vampires, werewolves, all kinds of things. We're gonna talk about them. But yes, like and share if you can. It'd be an honor if you wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe hit the donation if you feel like it. But other than that, if you want to come up and share an experience, hit the guest request. Come on up. You know, you guys. This is for you guys. It's for you guys to learn, to experience, and oh my lord, I've been having technical difficulties. For you guys to learn, to experience, and oh my lord, I've been having technical difficulties all day. I don't know what's going on. I've been having issues all day when it comes to this live for some reason. Oh. Alright, we're back to where we were again for the third time today. Fourth, fifth, I don't even know anymore. But welcome. Welcome to the live. Does anybody have any experiences they want to share? And paranormal, spiritual, extraterrestrial? You can share your experiences. This is a safe space. We don't judge here. We like to hear story. We like to hear those experiences, so you know people might inspire them to share their experiences. And we might be able to learn something from their experience. It would be awesome. And tonight's topic is going to be about mythical beings. If anybody wants me to tell a story about one of my past things, I mean, feel free to ask, but I'd rather have somebody come up and share theirs, because it's about you guys, not me. Thank you for coming into the live. And who knows who shows up in these lives. Many crazy things happen in these lives. As you see, my hand's not glowing right now, so hey, that must be a plus. Let me put that effect on just in case. In case something does show, we'll get that contact in here. Okay. Because the other day, I had this on there, and it started going all weird. So, welcome to live. Welcome, welcome. Wow. You guys are part of live. It's Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Hello. Welcome to live. Wow, one person in here. Good old people energies down here. Trying to help out. Tapping away. Tap, tap, tap. Waiting for others to show up. Yeah, I know. Waiting for other people to come in. Maybe somebody will share their experiences. You know, extraterrestrial, paranormal, spiritual. You know, if you want, you can hit the guest request, come on up. I have mod in here. That they will mod, take care of anybody that makes this an unsafe space. Wow. Zippity doo dah.
Hey Brim, how are you today?
Hello. Zippity doo dah. You know what? I came into an epiphany today.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I was Aleister Crowley in a past life. Oh, not
Really?
Aleister Crowley. Edgar Casey.
Oh,
There's a
Edgar Casey.
Yeah, because remember when I was outside the building, there was an E dot on the stone on the wall
Mm-hmm.
above my unalive carcass. There was 7 of them there, and I was thinking about that, and then somebody brought up that every time I'm having these near death experiences, that that's the same thing Edward Casey did, and there was a lot. I didn't think about that, and I was like, So I started looking into Edgar Casey, and I found a lot of similarities, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that was weird. A lot of synchronicity and weird things. Um, I found it really interesting that he married his wife on June 17th. 5 months later, I married mine on October 17th, and that's exactly 5 months. When he passed on, 5 months later, his wife died, right? And Edgar Casey, when he was struck with a baseball, he started getting premonitions and visions and stuff like that. I was struck with a baseball bat. He passed on in Virginia, right, on January 3rd. And January 3rd of this year, I kind of got um, more enlightened on January
Yeah.
3rd. See, a lot of synchronicities. And some people are even saying he looks like me. That I look like him, and we all think the same. Hi, Lillian. That me and him have the same thought process, and we all had the same kind of life. So I'm wondering what the hell. There's so many coincidences there, and I don't believe in coincidences. So I don't know what to make of it. I'm still trying to sort it out. Interesting, ain't it?
Yes, that's definitely very cool. Very, very cool.
So, SB, do you have anything you want to share? Do you have any experiences you want to share, paranormal? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing I do a spiritual chat, and we talk about paranormal experiences, spiritual experiences, and extraterrestrial experiences. And we usually start that out in the beginning of the live. We talk about those kind of experiences, and later on we have a topic, and within that topic, it's kind of a random topic I pick every week, every live. And this live is about mythical beasts, and that's how we do the show. And we have fun. We talk about various things, and where we can all share and learn. Because a lot of people have experiences they want to share, but they're afraid to share them because, thank you, a lot of people are afraid to share them because they're just afraid because people are judgmental. And in this life, we don't judge. If anybody gets out of hand, we remove them. So if you have anything you'd like to share, feel free to do that. In the meantime, if anyone would like to share, or donate, because it helps the algorithm, feel free to do that. And we're here to have a nice, light-hearted conversation and a spiritual love and light. And it usually it's a little slow in the first hour, but then everybody starts showing up. Thank you for sharing the live, and thank you for tapping. Hello, Kuno. I said it. So, if anybody has anything to share, feel free to do that. Any experiences? The only thing we don't do in this live, we try not to talk political, because I'm gonna admit I don't know jack about it, and I don't like either of them. So, yeah, I don't pay attention to society anymore. I'm more about helping people. I don't really give a crap about society. I mean, if it's gonna fall, it's gonna fall. You know, okay. I'm more about helping people live their life in a more peaceful existence. Hello, Susan. Happy Halloween to you too. Well, he doesn't have anything to share. Do you have anything to share, Miss Energies?
I've got a lot of spiritual experiences. Which one do you want me to talk about?
Oh, whatever you like.
Okay. My favorite one is the Stargate that I was shown. I went to sleep one night. I was really tired, and I all of a sudden was in this big black empty room,
Hmm.
and this guy it wouldn't let me see all of his face, just parts of it at a time, which I think's weird, but hey, whatever. Um, I know he had blonde hair. He was Pleiadian, but anyway, he like pulled out this puck and he goes, "Watch this," and he just kind of smiles. And next thing I know, I hear this puck start winding up like a high pitched shrill, and then it goes whoosh, and all of a sudden this stargate opens up, and that's when I realize I'm not alone. There's somebody next to me, and and then they kind of showed me, and I almost looked like a Navi, almost.
Hmm.
um And then I went to touch it, and when I touched it, I woke up. But
And what
that's
do you think
my.
that means?
I really think they were trying to show me part of who I was and
Hmm.
where I'm from. So,
Hmm. Thank you for the roses.
but
Is that there?
that's my favorite one. The one that confuses me the most is the starving Chandler. I went to see her and I was instructed to give her energy when she got to me, and she did. And she's like started like kneeling at my feet. It was weird. I
Happy Halloween, red one.
I don't know what I did, but I did something.
So you went to a doctor, and what happened?
I went to a star being Chandler, and
Hmm.
she was channeling for like there was 8 of us in the room, and while she was getting to me, when she was getting ready to get to me, I heard in my head, "Hey, give her energy." So I pictured a pure white block of energy going from me to her when she got to me, and all of a sudden she just knelt down at my feet. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
Hmm. And what do you think that means?
I really have no idea, to be honest with you.
Maybe she kneeled because she felt your energy,
Maybe, perhaps.
and she knew what kind of being you were.
True, true.
So, as a lot of people, they're very humbled when they kneel. That's a form of being humble and being given respect. So, if she was to do that, she must know that you're some kind of royalty, nobility, someone that should have that honor and respect. So that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna look into that more, especially with my QHHT session coming up.
A lot of us have, like me, some of us have experiences and we don't know what they exactly mean. And then when we figure out, we're blown away. And like me, like I did not think it was going to happen like that, but it is very interesting. So I'll have to do some research.
Yeah, like there's some things that like you and I have been through that it's like, wow.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of things. I've seen a lot of spiritual things going on. I've had a lot of paranormal experiences, and that's one topic that is part of this too. I have a lot of spiritual experiences, a lot of paranormal experiences, a lot of extraterrestrial experiences, and I found that all three of them kind of relate to the same thing. It's just a different energy and a different frequency. A lot of people just want to focus on, oh, am I going to catch a ghost? Am I going to catch a ghost? Or, hey, I can channel Cucamonga from FC 48 1000. Or, you got somebody that says, I went to space 100 times and I can see this person, that person. It's all about the different frequencies. And I think that some of us, see certain things that we're meant to see because we're at that vibration. And you might be seeing ghosts. I could see giants, and it's not just it. And they don't believe it's there. It's because they can't see it. It says seeing is believing. Well, if you would open your eyes, can you really see it all? Right?
Absolutely, I agree.
You always got to remember the top three things. Don't listen to your mind; it gets you in trouble. Listen to your heart, your spirit, your gut. When you hear things, hear it with discernment. When you speak, speak with discernment and without a forked tongue. When you see things done, do something about it. You're the only one that can change it. You are a creator. We all are creators. We are all the living gods. We can create and we can destroy. Or we can sit there and do nothing and sit in my mommy's basement eating bags of chips all the day. It's all on what you want. You have free will. And that free will, you can choose to be the best person you can be, or just a lazy person stuck in town Doritos playing video games. With some Mountain Dew. It's all in your life path. Your future's unwritten, and only you can write that future. Are you going to write one where you're doing absolutely nothing? Or are you going to be one that gets off that chair, that goes and makes that point? Are you the one that's going to go, hey, I don't agree with that. I don't like this. Or you're going to be the docile little kitty. Yes, okay, that's great, wonderful. I accept that. I accept that. I accept that. Why? What would be the point? Right? And it was silent. I think I could hear a fart in Siberia. Nothing to say? Hello.
No, I'm sorry. I do
Ah,
agree. I do agree with you though.
right. And that's great that we agree because, when we agree, that means we're at the same vibration, the same frequency, because we feel and go through the same things. That helps us with ascension because we can relate to each other in a positive manner. Even though a lot of us don't agree, we can still get along and be a group that helps people. A lot of people say, well, you have to get rid of the darkness. Why you want to get rid of that darkness? You need that darkness to relate to people. If you don't do that, then there's no point of you being on Earth. You are what you make your life. If you choose to have it where your life's a living hell, you're going to make yourself a living hell. You choose it to be a paradise, it'll be a paradise. It's all about free will. Someone brought up the other day on their live, well, if we have free will, why are you punished for doing bad things? Do you mind answering that? Can you answer that?
That is a very good question.
And that goes back to the point of you have the free will, but just remember there's consequences to your actions. For every action, there's a reaction. For every negative thing you do, something positive is going to happen. It's a balance. So you
Mm-hmm.
have that free will to do good, but if you don't, well, you pay the consequences for your actions. Again, that's the free will. You choose to go down that road, and now look what happened. Hello, everybody in the live.
Okay. I mean, you can put it on where I can hear it.
And there is a bunch of mythical beings out there. We just see if people have a different perspective of them. You have vampires, but people. I'll describe the vampires. Oh, they're blood-sucking vampires. Well, there's many kinds of vampires. You have energy vampires that go around. They look human, but they're draining your energy. Then you also have real vampires. Yes, they're not like Count Dracula, like, I'll come and suck your blood. No. There was a thing called back in when Vlad the Impaler was around. These people contracted a disease of a virus, and when they contracted the virus, they became like autodeficient, and sunlight would hurt them, and certain things would hurt them. And it is a natural disease. I forgot what the name of it's called, but they have this disease. So, in order for them to survive, what they were doing was Vlad was doing bad things to these people in palos, and what he did is he put a small hole in their neck and a bigger hole in their neck. And when you do that, that drains the juices. I'm putting it like that because this is TikTok for entertainment purposes only. That and that is how they drained them and drank their juices. And that is how a vampire came to be. And people still have that have that disease now, but they take pills and shots for it. I wish I could remember what the name of it is. It's called the vampire disease. That I do know. Um, and their skin does turn white and it does blister. Um, and the reason why vampires don't look in mirrors is because they're ashamed of what they had to do to live. And everybody's going to be afraid of a wooden stake going through your heart. That's pretty obvious. And then we got people say about dragons. Dragons never existed. Well, it would only go to say if dragons never existed, then the dinosaurs never existed because really, a dragon was a dinosaur. And if you look at a T Rex, do you think a dinosaur that big is going to have these tiny little hands? No. What it was those tiny little hands were part of a wing. They were wings, and they were flying around. Well, Grim, how do they breathe fire? Oh, well, I will tell you how they breathe fire. It's very simple. When a lizard wants to sharpen its teeth, it uses stones. And I bet sometimes those stones get caught in between their teeth. And when you bang two stones together, it creates a spark. And, Grim, where does the gas come from? Well, every body and every being on the planet has some kind of function where they expel gas from them. They excrete gas. So it comes out some people's kundalinis, or it comes out through their mouth. And that's what it is. When they burped and they make their teeth together by grinding them, it creates a fire. And that is how your dragons were. Those were your fire breathing dragons. And everybody left. What?
Hello, hello.
Hello. So,
I
did
got
you
some.
like my explanation about my dragons?
Sure. Yeah, the whole T Rex thing. I know about that. I got a rare
I was
one
just.
for you.
Alrighty.
A golden hind.
A golden hind?
I've come face to face with a golden hind.
Really?
Yes.
A golden hind. They're messengers from the gods. They were created by. Who was it?
They're absolutely majestically and beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Yes. The golden hinds were created by. I'm pretty sure that it might have been not. Well, Freya might have created them for them, but I think for the other one was Athena, goddess of the hunt and wisdom. She created them to be messengers for the gods. And what it is they have golden horns, golden skin. They look humanoid, but they have deer ears and deer horns. And they're very majestic. They're very magical.
They're very large.
very loved. And they were usually messengers for like Zeus used them, Odin used them at one time, and a lot of the gods they were trying to give good messages would use them to deliver messages to the humans and the priestesses in the temples.
Yep. Unfortunately, I didn't get my message because I was trying to keep my dog from going after it. And got them locked up in the house and told him he better get going instead of
And
listening to
usually they'll talk to you telepathically, unless it's a longer message. They talk to you telepathically, and you when you speak to them, you might they might speak to you just by actions, you know.
Mhm. Well, it was right in my yard, and it was like 2 in the morning, and it started walking towards me, and I told it to stop, and it listened to me. It
Right.
stopped, but it kept
Yeah,
tilting forth like it was
they're not
carrying.
there to harm anybody,
So,
but
but
they will defend themselves. I'll tell you that.
mhm. But
They
it
have a
definitely
golden bow.
it wasn't afraid of me or my giant dogs at the time, and I'm screaming at my dogs. They could probably hear me 15 miles down the road and trying to get the dogs in the house. And when I came back out, it was still there. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And it started walking towards me, and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, stop!" You know.
Yeah.
But I never heard
Um.
anything. I don't. It didn't talk to me, at least not consciously, anyway.
Well, there'll come a time where they come back. Even if you move to a different area, they'll follow you. Or perhaps I'll pass the message on to another being that'll give you the message. Because they're very territorial. When they find a place, they stay in that area. They stay in that area. They're not ones to go and move all over the place. Any other questions?
Well, the lights don't usually get rocking until 9:30.
Yeah, about that. And again, it is what it is. Right. So, does anybody have any questions over at that house? Maybe perhaps a white-haired man.
Well, I can ask. You want me to ask? You listening? I
It
tell him
reminds me of Gandalf.
You shall not pass.
Oh. So Gandalf, do you have any questions?
No, my mystical being is sitting across the room from me, and I'm still trying to figure that one out as every day of my life.
Well, yeah, I can understand that one.
you need to get in your own box.
I need to get in my own box.
Yeah.
I'm in my own chair.
That's funny. I told him to feel free to share whatever he wants.
Feel free. Come on, Gandalf Merlin. I know you have words. You have words. I know you do. As you go silent. Anybody want to know about any other mythical beings? I'd be happy to explain any mythical being you like. I'm thinking about ghosts. 'Cause apparently everybody's ghosting around here.
He's trying to request to get up in a box and it's not working.
It's trying to request. Let me see.
Starting over.
I don't see him in there. Hello, Bean. Hello, Red One. Hello, Crystal. He's 2 foot tall. I have Gandalf, and he says that he's 2 foot tall. I know somebody with a fedora that reminds me of what the hell do they call the little gnomes?
Okay, dear, if you want to speak, you can just do mine then.
I don't even see him in here.
Say hello.
Hello, Cam. Welcome.
Hi, Cam.
Welcome to the live, Cam. Alright, let's see. Starting from scratchers. I see him in here. Okay. You know, why doesn't it... Oh, my goodness gracious.
I wonder if it has to do with followers and...
Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's probably got 92. Yeah, he does. He's got to get a little more. I think maybe about 100. TikTok always changes their stupid rules. Hello, starting from scratch. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good for now.
Alrighty. Anybody else have any experiences they want to share? Always on private. That's probably why too.
Yeah.
Oh, my settings?
Yeah, your settings are on private. That's why.
Can't be set too damn private. People just follow me randomly for no fucking reason all the time.
Alright.
You know,
Katrina's like, it's on private. No one can follow. She tried following that.
Why is this freaking hot? Why am I so freaking hot right now? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I feel like I'm on fire.
Me too.
It's
That's
like 68 degrees. It should be coldish as hell right now. Nah.
Hi, Trina. How are you, honey?
I feel like somebody just threw me in a bonfire. I feel like I'm roasting. Ever since I had that epiphany.
I've been having these problems for a long time.
Yeah, well. I think Cam ran away.
Yeah, he's still struggling.
Yeah, everybody struggles.
He'd be alright.
Yeah. Anybody have anything to share?
You have a fan on you and it's 32 outside? Where do you live in Idaho, Trina?
Yeah.
It's
She
already.
lives in Idaho.
Oh, well, we ain't
Idaho.
there's a job in Idaho or Wyoming or something. I'm like, it's
Idaho. I remember when I first met Trina, she goes, I'm from Idaho, and I ain't a hoe. I'm like, what the hell did you say? Yeah, that's what happened when I first met her. She goes, I'm from Idaho, and I'm not a hoe.
Is that a common thing people say or something?
I don't know, because when she said it, I busted out laughing, and I didn't know what the hell to say to that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, well, that was kind of funny. What the hell do I say to that?
Oh, I think we have a Sasquatch here where we're staying.
You think you have a Yeti?
No, no, Sasquatch, not a Yeti.
A Yeti's the same thing.
Yeah, but they're northern.
No, Yeti is the abominable snowman. He's a Yeti. Yetis are snow creatures.
Are they not?
My understanding. I don't know. I've never seen one, never talked to one. You know.
I don't stand on the street corner.
Oh,
I'm gonna be nice.
I got I got a little funny looks last night from a bunch of people when I told them. I said, if you see me outside at night hugging a big old tall furry guy, don't ever none of you shoot him, okay?
Alive.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to TikTok.
You. Well, I'm in an area where they all play with pew pews.
You got a lot of things over there. You have a lot more things than what you realize.
Oh, I see stuff all the time. Something lives here in the fifth wheel with us.
I know it's there.
Yeah.
You got a being around you that you've never encountered before.
Oh, and now you're just telling me?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Which one? What is it?
It's an elf. You have wood elves.
I had one. I had them over the other one too. Oh no, that was a. I've encountered those before.
You never said nothing about it.
Oh, at the other place we have a I call it a wood elf. The tree what do you call them? Not a druid, starts with a D.
Dwarf.
Hmm? No, I had those
Dwarf.
over there. I had dwarfs over there too.
Yeah, you had them at Fairyland.
Dwarfs, fairies. I don't think there weren't any elves, but
No, they weren't.
there was a tree dude. Yeah.
A dryad.
Dryad, that's what I was trying to think. So is a dryad different than wood elf?
Yes.
Okay.
A wood elf. A wood elf is an elf that lives in the woods. Kind of like a forest elf.
Oh, okay.
A naiad and a dryad is a male and a female tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The same thing. There's also unicorns, Pegasus, and people don't realize there's a Pegasus Aquarius, which is part unicorn and part Pegasus.
While we're at the other place, we had extraterrestrials, reptilians, changelings,
Yes, you've had changelings, reptilians,
fairies.
Palladians, draconians,
Still got Palladians here. Yeah, dragons.
dragons,
Syrian.
Lights.
I was face to face with Syrian. Well, not face to face, but me on my porch and him in my
Yeah,
back.
your other place was more active. The reason why they're not active over there, you got a lot of humans,
Uh huh.
and they don't know what they got because they got pew pews.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we've got lots of pew pews too, but see, I'm friendly with
I
all.
know.
I'm
I
friendly
kind
with
of,
all.
I kind of figured you had a lot of pew pew. I had a vision about your pew pews,
Oh yeah, that's right. You told us about that. Yeah.
I want more pew pew.
and your toothpick slingers.
The what?
Only one. There's only one of those.
Oh, toothpick stairs. Well, like I said before, I grew up with them, so
I just, that's what he should have been today. He should have been Gandalf. He should have just put a cloak on and walk around with a big giant staff and go, I will grant you the powers of trick or treating.
you have to send the cloak back then, because I sent you that cloak. Remember?
No, he needs a gray one.
Okay.
He'll be Gandalf the Grey.
He's got the height for it too.
Yeah. He just needs little hobbits to run around him.
I'd rather shave my face and be Boy George.
Oh my. Well, you know what he does.
Can I tell you one about Rocky Horror Picture Show? He used to, when he was younger, he used to do the play in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And guess what character he was?
I have no idea.
Are you familiar with the movie?
I've seen it once.
The main character dude? The guy the transvestite?
Oh my, yes.
Oh, yeah. I've seen, yep. He dressed up like that, and they used to go to that. And
Used to do at the midnight movies where it was audience participation. We had the whole cast running around the whole theater all the time.
and he dressed up
Oh.
as transvestite dude. And, yeah, 6'2", 6'3" guy running around. And,
Is there something we should know?
I keep trying, but it ain't working, so.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
I've tried to get him to dress up like that again for Halloween, but he won't.
You got all the shit to do.
Oh.
Oh, I can find you some stuff.
Oh my.
Platform heel shoes, though, in his size would probably be difficult.
Oh, him being short, so maybe.
Huh?
Well, him being short.
He's not short. He's like 6'3".
He looks short.
I'm only 6'2".
6'2". Sorry, 6'2". Why do you think he looks short?
I don't know. He looks short.
Never seen me sitting down.
Oh.
That could be. Oh, let's see. We have somebody new coming up.
Oh. Well, I will mute myself, and
Let's see what they have to say.
when it gets more busier, I'll share some more stuff later.
Sure.
Yep.
If the person doesn't crash out. Probably in another country, probably in about 10,000 years from now. Hello, Jupiter Spawn. We're just talking about people's experiences. How about that echo?
Hello.
Hello.
Uh, uh, I was just trying to ask, are you reading the future now, or you just discussing?
Do I read the future? Um,
Yes.
I could read futures, but I don't like to do that because some events are personal, and I don't want to change someone's life course about that. I mean, I could give hints, but I don't really want. I don't like to talk about people's futures because I don't want to change their pathways. You know.
But for me, it's okay because I think now I have been struggling for a lot, so I
Well, I
need
mean,
some.
I could give you some pointers. I mean, I give
Yes.
pointers and way the way you're supposed to go, but
Okay.
I don't really tell people their future because I have to go by a rule that
Oh, okay.
from from the spiritual side.
Yes.
See, certain people do that and they think it's fine and they do that. I follow a code and a rule, and my being is a dragon. He
Yes.
tells people what they need to know, but he doesn't like to harm their future pathways because we have to follow the rules. You kind of like Star Trek. You have to follow a prime directive. We can't go down and talk about. We can't go down and tell people their futures in certain things because we don't want to alter the way humans think and alter their evolution.
Okay.
But yes, I can give you insight and guide you down a path.
Okay.
What would you like to know?
I want to know, will I able to get a job, or will I become a successful? Because I tried everything. I tried forex. My life now is not good at all. I
What
try.
country are
I
you
try
in?
everything. I'm in Botswana.
I've never heard of that country.
Botswana. Botswana. You don't know
For
Botswana?
some reason, I don't know why I'm getting this. This is weird. Um, Something to do with fish.
To do with what?
Fish.
Fish.
Fish, yeah. I don't know why I'm getting this. I'm getting fish.
Yes.
I see fish being caught in a net and I see somebody pulling them up.
Okay.
I have no idea why. The people in here will tell you I get stuff like that and I don't even know why it just happens. I'm getting fish pulled up on a little skiff and
Yes.
there's like three people on a boat and they're pulling up fish
Come on.
with a net.
That's why. That's why I don't get a job. I have a gift. I have this gift, but yes, most people that they can come, I can sense a pain from someone, and then I can help that person to relieve that
Mm.
pain instantly. But I want to have a job. I don't want to. I keep helping people, but I'm afraid to say, help me in this way, maybe so that I can buy bread for myself, bread for my kids. That things. Yes, that's why I don't get a job. Uh,
A lot of people, they heal and they look for this and that, but you have to trust in the universe, but it will provide for you. But as for a job, if you're looking in the human side of things, humans really don't give a crap
yes,
about each other, and you have to
yeah,
um, kind of keep looking, and then when the time is right, it'll happen for you because you manifest it. You're the creator of your life, your existence, right? You can create things and you
yes,
can manifest things. So if you believe I'm gonna get that job. I'm gonna get that job. You're gonna get that job. But it will happen in the time that
Yes,
it needs to happen. But if you don't
yes.
fully believe it, it won't happen.
Can I say something
I,
though? When it
Sure.
comes to people and healers like him, when you're
Hmm.
doing that kind of stuff and you're taking the pain, sometimes that interferes. It's
Yes.
difficult. It's difficult to work in the real world because you take on other people's emotional pain and physical pain.
Hmm.
I know we talked about it. I've done it myself as a healer. And when you do that kind of stuff, it affects us in a physical, it affects us and our health and how we do
And
things. And so my question to him is he able to control that? Is he able to turn it on and off? Because if he can't, he needs to get work in a position where he's not around a lot of people. Does that
right.
make sense?
yeah, sometimes I can control. I can, yes. Let me say I can control it. My problem is that I can't buy bread for myself, and I always having some questions.
Um, do people
I have
come to
some
you for
questions on my mind because I once, yeah, some they call I can help you as far as UK, as far as 500
yeah,
kilometers away from me. I can help you when you are there.
right? Something you might want to try because I'm one of these that firmly don't believe in and taking advantage of people and charging for our gifts.
Yeah,
But what you might want to say is that you take donations, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm afraid to do so.
and maybe you could take donations on a monetary level or do like bartering and trade.
Yeah.
I've done that before where, okay, you want me to help heal you. Do you have some bread or milk or food or something that you can donate to me? So that type of thing. And it's not a monetary. Have you thought about doing something like that?
Uh, okay, I'll try to say such yeah, in such a way because I have not been aware of, but
It
if
sounds
I'll
like that's
ask
your
for
way of thinking.
donation, if you like to do this and this according to your willingly.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
It sounds like people
it's Mr.
taking advantage of you. It sounds like you're being.
Brem. What?
It sounds like you're being taken advantage
Yes,
of.
most of the people they take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I once get a job. I once get a job. I once worked on government. I once married, and after I divorced, this gift it activated itself extremely.
Mm-hmm.
So now yes, I don't know because truly speaking, I have been saying I will do the work at the age of 21. When 21 comes, I'll say 35, 35, 30. When 30 comes, I'll say 40. So at the age of 30, 34, I just resigned from my job on a government. I don't know how. I don't know how did I do that. I don't know. But I for me to get that job, as you were saying, I'm the person who like to speak. One day I will. One day I'll get that. I did that exactly, and then I got the job. Now I'm out, so I'm struggling now. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to cope with the gift that I have. So I need someone who can mentor me.
Well, Brim is an
But
excellent.
yeah, today I managed to get you because you have heated exactly what is inside my heart. Exactly that is inside me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because when you talk
what
about
I
fish, when you talk about fish. There was an old man. He said, the old man died. He said, I want to take you to South Africa because I see you have a lot of people who can help to you. You help them, you heal them. Everything that you ask, they'll get from you. Yes. But as you were saying fish, I said, that's why I don't get the job. It's because of this gift. I'm trying to run away from it. I'm trying
Well,
to satisfy you on
that
earth,
would be a good job for
I
you,
think.
and I think that would be a good job for you because when I see the fish in a net in a skiff with three people, and I think that would be the perfect job for you because
Yes.
you can pull in the fish and make the money. You're also out in sea, which communicates you with the water, which will activate you in that calmness and that serenity. When you're waiting for the fish, you can actually control yourself with your mind by listening to the waves in the water. That gives you a calmness because I'm getting that water calms you. So if you're in the water
Mm.
and you're waiting for those fish, go in and look within yourself when you're on the boat, and you won't. You gotta learn, and it seems like you're not learning how to turn it off and turn it on, or even learn how to
Yes.
control it. You necessarily people like that necessarily don't need to turn it off. They need to learn how to control it and what to feel and what not to feel. But if you're taking in others' emotions, you don't want to absorb what's not yours because that's going to affect you. So, like I said, you got to find that calmness and serenity,
Yes.
and then you will have that job because I know when I used to work at certain places, I started feeling angry and I didn't know why. But then I looked around and I noticed there was people angry, and then I was like, well, they're projecting on me, and I'm taking in that anger. Being an empath, I'm pulling in their anger, and now that I realize that I can control it, I don't let it affect me. I just don't pay attention to that negative mojo because I don't want them projecting on me. You don't want to put yourself into a situation where you're purposely putting that negativity in your life. And I think working on a fishing boat
Yes.
would be the most best job for you because um, I'm getting you would make a lot of money pulling in the fish in a river. There's a river, and there's a river, and then and there's a long skip, and I'm seeing three men pulling in a net. That's what I see for you.
Yes.
I don't know. You asked me about a job. That's what I see.
I also see that it gets him away from crowds, which also will help him.
Yes, crowds. That's why that would be a good job for you because it's two. It's like two and three people. You don't, and you know the people very well. The people you're working with very well, so they won't affect you as much. But
Do
you're
you
also making that money.
do you just do emotional pain healing, or are you taking on physical illnesses and pain too?
I do both. I do both.
Now, when you heal them physically, like when they have physical illness, when you do that healing, does it affect you in a way where it makes you feel ill?
Yes, it does.
You're not
And
transmuting it.
If if
What
if
you
if
what you need to do
if you have a
when you're
headache,
yes
you know,
if you have a
when
headache,
you're
I will feel it.
when you're healing people, you don't want to take the energy within yourself. You don't want to give it back to Mother Gaia either. The best thing for you
Yes.
to do is take that energy, that sickness, that energy, ball it up and toss it back to the universe and send it off on its way. When you give it to Mother Gaia, Mother Gaia can take a lot and she will heal it. But you don't want to give too much to her because she's going through her own stuff right now too. We are a being
Yes.
now. We don't want to live in the old ways. The new ways are we are living gods, so we can transmute this energy. We are at a
Yes.
higher vibration now. we could take that energy, transmute it, and send it back to the universe. And when it comes back, it'll be greater than it was before.
But and no offense, but that's easier said than done because
Yes, it
I'm
is.
dealing with the same things he is. I'm actually going
Exactly.
through, and that's one of the reasons I'm not working too. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, if you could go more in depth on how we would go about it specifically.
Well, for you, you're working in a
Yeah.
bigger crowd. Him, it would be easier because he's working in a crowd of two or three or four. You're working in a giant room with with hundreds of people. Yours is going to be harder to deal with to contain because you have a lot of people coming at you with different vibrations, different frequencies. And you are a very strong empath. I know your energy, and I'm saying because you have a lot of people coming at you, it's going to be very hard for you to learn that. As for him, if he's working on a few people and he's not in big crowds, he'll be able to handle that. Yes, it's easier said than done, but the key part is it that you believe it. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. You have to have faith within yourself. You are the universe. You are that living God. You are the creator. You
My
create your own
my
path.
yes, yes. My mother, she named me Faith. In our language here, it's called Tumelo. Tumelo means faith. So I believe in my name is what I actually do. Whatever I say, I believe on it, and I don't have doubt on it. So it will always have an answer. It will always be accurate. But because I was just looking for my stomach. Oh, I can't go to work. I can't get a job. But people that are busy calling, hey, help me, my headache, my others they will call. As I was talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you my whole situation, but you managed to get what is the root cause of my problem. That's what exactly I does to people. uh Normally they don't tell me anything. We greet each other. No, I was just trying to get help. Okay, I will tell them exactly as you told me. As you say, you see me pulling fish. Yes, I'm a healer. um that's the gift. I have to do that. So I have to pull people, those who are down, those who are sick, those everything spiritually, physically. I does that. But I definitely I will have to control my anger. I see my anger now is
Mm-hmm.
making me to have those,
Uh,
yes, small
I
bad
could feel
decisions.
the energy with you. You can control it.
Yes,
You can
yes,
control it. I'm getting that. I'm feeling that you can control it. You just don't believe in yourself.
mm,
You don't believe in yourself fully yet. That you can
that's
control it.
true.
You don't believe it, but you can do it.
The problem is people
Yes,
always come to us for healing, but they don't
Yes.
consider that there's nobody there to help us with our healing, and
Yes.
we have to do it ourselves, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very difficult. And it
And it
does.
is very hard.
You
Yeah.
get angry because you know that you were given this gift to help people, but
Mm-hmm.
on the same note, most take advantage and they come around. They come around long enough to be friends and to get healed, and then they move on and leave you behind.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the life of an empathic healer. And I think a lot of people
Yeah.
also don't realize there's a difference between an empath and a healer, but when you're empathic and a healer, that's like even more difficult.
Yeah. It is, and our major goal in being on this planet is to help everybody. They don't have to be our friends. It be anybody, and I can see, and I do understand that a lot of people take advantage of that, and I hate to use somebody's words, but you have to use your own discernment. Is this gonna help? Is this person going to, you know, do I need to help this person? Do I feel this person's gonna do that? I mean, I would say heal everybody, but if you want to be selective on who you're doing, that's on you. But
Okay.
what I'm
Well,
saying is you can handle it. I know it. I could feel it. You have
Yes.
that energy within you. I'm looking right now. I can feel a blue flame.
Yes.
right.
A
And
blue
another thing
flame.
I want to share with him is yes, we're meant to heal people, but we're not meant to heal everybody. Because I've
Yes.
had visions
Okay.
of me healing children in a terminally ill hospital for kids. And there was one boy that I was going to try to heal, and an angelic being came to me and said, no, this boy does not get healed
Yeah.
for specific reasons because of something he was going to do after he grew up. Sort of thing. So keep in mind that you don't have to heal everybody. Not everybody is meant to be healed. Some have to heal themselves, and physical things, sometimes they're sick for a reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So don't think you
I
always
understand.
have to heal everybody
And
because
what you
not
gotta
Yeah.
and what else you have to remember is it's okay to heal people, but don't heal everybody because that's gonna affect you in the long run too. If you're healing so many people, and I learned this today because I was looking up Edgar Casey because me and him have some similar things going on, and I'm still looking into that one. But when a lot of spiritual people, they heal, 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 and they do these premonitions, they have these visions, but they don't seem to realize that it takes a toll on their body. You don't want to overdo it either. You want to do what you can, take your rest, get that relaxation, heal yourself up, get rid of that negative energy, throw it back to the universe, and then start healing again. You don't want to keep on healing and not having time for yourself to get your own healing to rejuvenate yourself and your energy back.
don't do it to the detriment of yourself.
Yes. And he poofed. Well, anyway, we're talking about mystical beasts is the topic for today. And we're also sharing spiritual, paranormal, extraterrestrial encounters, experiences. If you want to share them, feel free to come up, share them. You know, they could help people and they could learn from that. And we don't judge in here. You know, we're just here to spread the love and light and learn and help everybody. If you wouldn't mind hitting the likes, the shares, and if you want to donate, that's cool. If not, Matt, it is what it is. But yeah,
Is our beautiful Diane here? Diane, are you here tonight? She's here, isn't she? I haven't got to
she
talk to
was down there.
her. Diane needs to come up and say hi. I love her.
And there she comes. Princess Di.
Hello, beautiful.
Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
Good. I love you.
Oh, fine. These trick or treaters are driving me nuts.
Just give him the candy bar. I said, get moving.
Well, I know I've turned out all my lights, but my outside lights keep coming on. So
uh,
it kind of defeats the purpose.
So somebody higher up's telling you to give those kids candy or something?
I reckon. I've cleaned out my cabinets just about. I had some of those little oatmeal cookie deals, and
Right.
so I'm down now to that's about it. But my gosh, candy's so high now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's high right now. I wish my wallet was.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I think we're all wishing that.
Yeah. Well, how are things your way now? Did you get over all the storm stuff?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, really, I mean, there was a lot of destruction stuff over there. There's still lots of it, but people close by, neighbors, flooded, lots of stuff, but we actually weren't affected. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well,
So we
you were
had,
protected.
well, because, we got a pond, we got a creek, and that's not even 10 feet off the back deck, and yeah,
That's
it's just, we got through it very easily, actually.
that's good.
So it didn't hurt us in any way, shape, or form.
No, that's no problem, Timo. No.
So, but there's still a lot of bad things going on around Nashville. So, but
Yeah.
that's not too far away. But we're
No, it's like 3 hours away.
what? No, from our old house it's like an hour.
Yeah.
But the house is up for sale and we're moving out. So we're fifth wheeling it now.
Well, that can be interesting.
Oh, it is. I'm looking
Come on,
forward to it.
Diane. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to her house. Let's go get the Perry house. I'll live with you, Diane, at the Perry house.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
We'll go live at her house.
Yeah, our house that we got up for sale. There's all kinds of mystical beings there.
Oh yeah.
Dragons, ETs, reptilians, changelings, fairies, elementals,
I don't care for the reptilians.
Oh no, I got rid
Oh
of
no, we scared them off.
Yep.
Plus, they don't
Yeah.
like me.
They don't like me either.
They think I'm gonna eat them.
Ah,
They've been messing with me my entire life, so
that's
But I-
not good.
well, I'm actually at a point now where they keep their distance now.
They know
My
better.
my dragon decided to come forth and some things changed and yeah. They're weird. Well, when you see them, they look like um anybody you watch that movie Predator? You know how like in the special effects you could see 'em, it looks like mirrored.
Yeah.
That's how they are when they walk around. You can see them like that. You can see it like the effect. It's very similar to that. Not exactly the same, but
I've
yeah,
seen them.
like they cloak themselves. Yeah,
I've seen it. It was really trippy.
there's like 5 of them at my house. Well, not yeah, but yeah.
When she was at the house, she walked out one day. She goes, "What do you see?" And I swear to God, I seen 3 of them, and it had like it looked like it did look like predator shielding.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I was like, "The hell? You got 3 of them there?" She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "How many is there in all?" 7. What? No, 5.
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say
"I
I
got about
thought
5."
Well, I
Yep.
don't think I'd like that much.
no, they were They were evil. They were nasty.
Yeah.
And we scared him away.
But
Brim said he'd eat them.
But the funny part is the fairies and the fae that lived on my property wouldn't let them anywhere near the house. They couldn't cross the creek. Yeah. And then some changelings were in there, and they were fighting with them, and they crossed the creek. And then I have a fairy. His name, believe it or not, is Puck, which is funny. His name is Puck. And he went after the changeling, and I had to go out there and stop him from going after the changeling.
Oh.
He was injured very badly. There was a few of them. There was like 8 or 10 of them out there. And they stayed on my property to heal.
Oh, my.
And Brim told the reptilians to get off the land. I'm going to eat you.
So, but yep.
Because she's like, can you tell Brim to come over here? I sent Brim over there. He's like, I'm going to eat you. You don't leave.
Well, I imagine that did it for them.
They were after an object of light or something on our property.
Yeah.
And I had to get it from them, and I got it and secured it, and we had kind of a showdown, hoedown.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they used Gandalf's magic over there.
Yeah.
Gandalf's, huh?
Yeah, he calls my husband Gandalf.
Ah.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi to Diane, hon?
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
So,
I'm just lingering in the background.
Well, sometimes that's the best way to be.
he tried to get in a box, but it didn't work.
It didn't.
No.
No.
Huh.
We wanted him to get up and tell him about his mystical being supernatural experience.
In this case, Gandalf shall not pass.
Let me know a box for the Gandalf. I guess he's got to play with the hobbits.
How dare you call my wife a hobbit?
What the hell?
Hobbit.
Mm-mm.
I'm too big to be a hobbit.
He thinks I'm short.
He calls him Gandalf because he's got long hair and a big long beard and all that kind of stuff. And his beard's white.
That sounds cool.
Almost looks like Santa.
Even better.
He just needs a bowl full of jelly.
You got a belly full of jelly. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps.
Friend go shopping for me.
So have you heard anybody tonight talk about extraordinary animals?
I had a golden.
No. Yeah,
I
he had the
talked a
golden
little bit
hind.
about my golden hind. I got all kinds I can talk about. I've been dealing with them my entire life.
I bet.
Since I was
I've seen many mythical beings.
Yeah. My first experience with was I was 3. That was my first experience with reptilians. Yeah.
My first experience was a Palladian.
And then I had I think the Palladium was the one
No, I don't think it was a Palladian. I think it was a tall white that was in my house when I was 8. I've
But
seen
those aren't really mythical, are they?
no ETs aren't no dragons. If you already know, I have experience with dragons.
She
Right.
has an elf. She has a wood elf there now.
You know,
She,
I had a
you got wood
dragon.
elves.
I got a picture of a tiny dragon. And then I got one came at the house and swished around, scared the shit out of my dog, and knocked everything off my porch. And
Those tails are hell.
well, she was actually, if y'all want to believe, I had, well, I don't know, and I'm sure you've seen my dogs. One's name was Tamsin, and the other one is Mizuki. Tamsin was a Presa Canario. Mizuki is a Cane Corso. Mizuki has a human soul, and Tamsin had a dragon soul, and she passed away.
Oh.
She tried to come back as her dragon.
And knocked everything off on the porch.
Yeah, she tried to get on
And
the
there
porch.
there was no wind out there, but everything out on the porch was flying around.
Yeah, she's nesting. She's red. She's an earth dragon, and she's nesting just about a mile. It's about a mile from the house. And
That's
she
cool.
came back.
That's cool.
Came back in her dragon form. So yeah, that was an emotional time.
And then tell me what happened with Mizuki seeing her. That was kind of funny.
Well, he just loved her to death. They loved each other, and he was scared of her and excited at the same time. It's like he knew it was her, but when he seen her, it scared the shit out of him.
Bless its heart.
He was running around like being goofy, and he's a guardian protection dog, so he's a badass dog. He's not this dog, get in between me and a mountain lion, that kind of a dog. And
Yeah.
he was excited and scared to death at the same time. So
Well,
he didn't.
yeah.
It's like I think he sensed her energy. He knew it was her, but he said, "You don't look the same."
That's sweet.
So yeah, but yeah, that was an experience. And a lot of people are like, "Doesn't that stuff scare you?" And I've even asked myself if there's something wrong with me because I just don't get scared of this stuff. And if you really think about it, that's been my life. I've been seeing these things since I was tiny. So when you grow up being accustomed to see fae and fairies and extraterrestrials and reptilians and all that kind of stuff, it takes a whole lot to scare you. I'm more scared of well, I'm not really scared, but I'm more concerned about the two-legged humans running around.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
But
y'all
that's
want to hear a funny story?
yeah.
Why not?
Well, Monday, I was in the bathroom, and my dog was laying right at my feet like he always does. So I'm doing my business, and here comes a mouse. I screamed, and when I screamed, my dog screamed, jumped straight up in the air. Well, he got the mouse jumping in the air, and I thought the thing was going to fall on me. Girls, I would tell you, I just about stroked out. I don't like mice.
I just and I'm giggling, but I just never understood that why people are afraid of mice.
Well, I never thought I was, but it cornered me in the bathroom, and that was not fun.
It cornered you, honey. You're like 1,000 times the size of that little mouse.
I know. But my dog had it jumping straight up in the air.
It's because it was scared.
Right.
I don't
But
know.
I was too.
It
You're
wanted a
talking.
kiss.
You're talking to a woman that would feed rats that are the size of bigger than rabbits. So, um, and make friends with them and let them sleep with my chickens and take care of possums and feed them and have them like pets. And
Well,
so,
if I have a control over it, that's not a problem. But this was just a shock to the system. So,
your screaming is what started it all.
yeah, but I wasn't expecting it. And my poor dog, bless his heart, he sure wasn't expecting it. And then
Well,
I've got my legs straight up in the air. And needless to say, I didn't finish my business. Ah,
oh my goodness. I find it funny because you see all these little, because I know you see spiritual beings and different things.
right.
And you know you see things and they don't scare you, but a mouse will scare you. You're just,
Right.
you're just
That was exactly what I thought to myself. Oh, here I am. I've seen all sorts of stuff. And then let this little mouse come in the bathroom with me. And no,
the hell's a fire on your heels.
yeah, I wasn't having that.
Don't
And,
worry, Diane. I did the same thing.
oh, good. Good.
You know what? I've seen all kinds of beings, but I was walking to my friend's, my roommate's room, right? And I had a spider lady. I jumped like a little girl and screamed, "Go, get that damn spider off me! Oh hell no! Get the hell off me!" I was like,
Oh,
"I don't like spiders." I screamed, and my roommate goes, "You see all those things? You see a ghost, but a little spider scares you." I go, "Hell yeah!"
I know somebody else that screams like a little girl when they see spiders too.
I sure do. Ain't scared of reptilian, but I'm scared of that damn spider.
Right? What the frick, man? The creepy little
I
things.
know. Oh no, I love spiders. I let them crawl on me and everything.
She refused to
Oh.
take a bath because she'd had to displace a spider from the drain.
It was a fairy. It wasn't a spider.
Yeah, potato, potatoes, 8 legs and looked like it never freaked to me.
No.
oh,
In the sewer system.
He's had a difficult time because because I love like wolf spiders and different things and tarantulas and all
Oh
kinds.
hell
of
no, no,
stuff. And
no.
I'm like, you kill that fucking spider, I'm going to beat you. Don't touch that spider.
And I need my sleep. To show sleeping to beat me.
Oh no, I interact with them all the time.
Oh
Jumping
hell no.
spiders. I've had relationship with spiders. I had one
Hell
on
no.
my, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had one on my counter, and I was like, "What you doing?" And it moved around and it crawled up. I'm like, I put my hand down. I'm like, "Come here!" It will come up and get on my hand. I'm like, and I talk to it like it's a baby, and I'm like, get back down, and I'm like, stay right there.
Hell no.
And I tell it,
Hell
stay
no.
right there. And then I'd go over 6 feet down on the other side of the counter, and I'd be like, "Come here, baby," and it will come to me, and it'll crawl right up.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
No, no.
that's
Where's
not
the-
going with you, Brim, huh?
Hell no. No. Mm-mm.
But it's like that with bees, everything. A friend of mine, she just didn't believe it, and I could go outside and the bumblebees and the honeybees, and because I had all the kinds of flowers, and so I took her on a video call out there, and I'm like, "Watch this," and I walked up to the flowers, and I'm like, "Hi, little bee," and I started petting the bee, and then I put my finger down,
No.
right up on my finger.
No. I don't do creepy crawlers.
Well, snakes are the same way. I do the same
I
Wow.
can deal with
I
snake.
I don't like snakes either.
thing.
I
They-
can deal with snakes.
snakes follow me around. They're very
No.
friendly.
I like snakes.
One time
Was it? I can't remember. It was when we were in Florida, and there was a snake, and it kept coming up on my patio, and it was like 6 feet long. It was one of those black ones with the um, indigo. It was an indigo snake. It was probably about 6 feet long, and it kept coming up there, and it would like almost tie itself in knots and flopping around. And a friend would come over. I'm like, what the snake does? The snake. And they're like, that's like their mating dance. And I'm like, oh shit.
Uh, yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know that.
I had one. What do they call it? It was black and it was about 6 feet long at my old house, and my dog had gone out in the backyard. Well, he saw it and started to chase it, and it stood up. Well, I hollered, and when I did, the dog and the snake turned around and looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, shoot. But the dog, I got him back to me. And thank goodness, because the snake would have killed him.
Uh-huh.
He was huge.
Was it like, you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
They don't have like black mambas or nothing like that there, do they?
No,
No.
This one was like, it was either a rat snake or something like that. It because it was well over 6 foot.
Well,
And
actually, rat snakes are good to have around, and usually they're not aggressive like that.
right, and I know that.
But a black racer will be aggressive.
Well, this one, it just scared me. I wasn't. But now he lived there at my house for a good 10 years.
Yeah.
I got a picture of my daughter riding a bike, and she ran over it, and both legs came out straight up in the air. I mean, she held on to the bike, but it was so comical watching because both of her legs were way up there.
Yeah.
But
I
now,
had, I had a blue racer chase my daughter out of a porta potty one time when we were camping. Talk about screaming. It was at night. She woke up the whole damn campground.
You know what it
I
probably
bet
was, right? Did it look like a rattlesnake?
the one at my house,
Yeah.
no, it was as big around as my arm was.
Well, you do have a speckled king snake.
Yeah, it could have been a king snake, but that's where I
I
had
don't know
all
if
the Bigfoot
anacondas
at.
have made it. Because in Florida, they got anacondas and all those kind of snakes,
They
pythons.
have. Oh my, they really, they're having a time with them.
Hmm. How it got started was because of Hurricane Andrew took
Right.
out the zoo thing, and so there's monkeys and everything. I was pulled out of my driveway one time, and there was looked like a spider monkey standing up on the side of the road.
Uh,
My friend had a spider monkey. She said they're illegal to have in the United States.
Oh, these are all wild. When Andrew took out the zoo, a lot of the animals survived, and they survived out in the wild. Because it's so tropical type setting there, and the monkeys and the snakes survived and thrived. And now they actually have hunting seasons, especially in the Everglades, because the snakes are so. I mean, they're killing the gators and everything.
Oh, and poor
Yeah.
gators.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. You know
But
what I
I don't
like?
think I could go on one of those kind of hunts.
Yeah, I was gonna, but I actually had the cross, or the stick throwers.
Yeah.
They were like for bow fishing, and I had it set up, and I was gonna go do the gator thing. But then, even as a resident, I had to pay $1,000 for the lottery, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening.
Right.
Nothing like a good gator.
Oh, gator
Right.
meat, gator nuggets are good.
Oh God, yeah. Mm-mm.
But yeah, I was all
Oh,
excited
gator
about
steak.
getting that, but I wasn't going to pay
We
that kind of money
we've
for it.
got lots of gators here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm in Texas.
Well, then you're in the south part of Texas.
I'm in the east, as far east as you can go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm right on the Texas-Louisiana border.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
I seen her. I looked on the map one time when she asked me.
Mm-hmm.
She's right near the border. Like what, 50 miles?
no,
Hey,
it's only about 10 miles.
Oh yeah, okay.
hey, Suzanne.
Hey, look who's
How
in
are
here,
you,
Night Birdie.
Suzanne?
I see Nutty Bird.
Sherry, why haven't you answered my calls?
Sherry.
Oh, she's in trouble.
Sherry. Where have you been? You're
Well,
not
she's
gonna
being
treat your brother like
quiet.
that, Sherry.
She's being quiet.
Uh-huh. She's like, uh-oh.
Yaya, where are you at?
Is
I don't know,
Yaya?
she was done. She was.
Oh, I love Yaya.
I
Yaya.
seen Yaya and then Sherry came in here.
Well, I
Honey
guess
won't
that's
be at. Honey won't
Yaya's
be
still
in.
there.
She'll try to come here later because she's dealing with. I think her son is sick, if I remember.
Mhm. Yaya, come up and say hi, honey. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
River Blues. What Robin are you talking about?
Robin the Oracle.
Oh, the Oracle. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they both mentioned him a couple of times. Mentioned her, whoever.
He, he's a well. He is a very interesting man. I've listened to him a couple of times. He's
Huh.
very nice. Very nice man. Very logical and very smart. He's actually very impressive to listen to.
Well, that's
Very
cool.
well in tune. Yeah. I don't listen. I don't like listening to many people on TikTok because they drive me nuts. But I listen to him. Yeah, he seems very logical, down to earth, very smart. And a lot of the girls are in there because, he has some looks. So all the women are swooning over him.
I don't know who he is.
Actually, Jess had a thing for him.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, she talked about him. She had a thing for him for a while.
Well, I
Well,
have to check
hopefully
it
he
out.
knows how to protect himself from that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, I think he's a channeler or something. I don't really know too much. I know I went in there, I seen him doing card readings, and I heard him speaking. He's got a very calming voice. He's a really cool guy.
So, Diane, do you have a story about a mythical being that you've seen?
Well, not really that y'all would probably be interested in. I've
Oh, we
seen
might. You
I've
might.
seen a unicorn.
Oh, well, that's cool. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was on Facebook. A man was working there at his desk and just happened to look out his window. He was on the third floor.
I can't.
He was on a third floor window.
Besides that side.
Do
Huh?
y'all remember that?
No, I never heard about it. So tell me about it.
Well, he just happened to have his camera and he looked out his window and a horse came out on this pasture next to where his office was, and he started filming it, and then in just a few minutes a unicorn came out of the forest, and it was beautiful, and it had little wings, and he got it all on film.
That's cool.
It was really cool.
That's called the Pegasus Aquarius.
Well, I think it's just so cool.
Yeah, a unicorn, it has a horn. A Pegasus has wings. If it has a horn and wings, it's called the Pegasus Aquarius.
Well, this
There
one
and
had both.
and and if it has wings in that means there's a very high important god around.
That's
Well,
what's going to be my next question. What would be the reason that it would show itself like that?
yeah.
They
Well, this
only
is
show
it.
themselves to gods. Gods are the only ones that ride those.
Huh. My great granddaughter is in awe of them. Everything she's got has a unicorn on it.
And they only show themselves to the ones that are pure of heart.
Oh,
The same way with the golden hinds, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's sweet.
They're so beautiful. The golden hinds are gorgeous. They're just so majestic and beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
Because they resemble a deer.
Yeah.
A big white fluffy dragon. Come up and talk, Trina. You never get up in a box. A fluffy dragon. I've never seen a fluffy dragon.
Huh.
Who's in a fluffy dragon?
Trina.
Oh, Trina.
Would that be could that be a mix between would that be like a dragon phoenix hybrid?
Oh, gotta be a hybrid.
A fluffy dragon. Trina,
Fluffy dragon.
was it like feathery or was it fluffy like how? Like what kind of fluffy? Like the one from Never Ending Story. Oh. Oh. So it was like furry instead of scaly.
Well, that would be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool.
I wonder if it's soft.
How'd you see it, Trina? Like where? Have you ever got her up in a box to talk, Trina?
She doesn't like to.
Trina, come on up, bud.
Hmm.
This would be
So,
interesting.
so if she's seeing it like that, that means it's trying to tell her something.
Yeah?
Has it talked to you, Trina?
All right, I'm here.
Look at
Hallelujah.
you.
Hi,
I'm so
honey.
proud of you. That's cool.
I'm so glad you come up. So tell us about this dragon.
I don't know. I just see it flying around. Now, I don't know. I just see it. It just is flying around, and I might have actually like seen it, around in my room or around me or somewhere. But I I've seen it for a long time. I just haven't said nothing because I thought it's not real.
Well, if it's in your mind, it's real.
But I've seen it more than once.
You're like a sister to Brim, and you really don't think it's real?
Mm, yeah. Well, that's why I mentioned it because I do think it's real.
All right. It's connected to you somehow. It's obvious.
Yeah,
It's obvious
yeah.
got some kind of connection to you.
I don't know what.
Can Brim? Can you see it?
I see it. I see it Oriental fluffy dragon. It reminds me of the never-ending story.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Male, female.
me or Brim.
Male.
I don't know what it is.
Female. Female.
A guardian.
A watcher.
Now I just gonna say that I feel like it's here with me, watching out for me. Because it's just always just kind of flying. I feel like it's always just kind of flying by me. Yeah, I haven't even told Brim this.
I'm surprised he didn't send it.
Well, he's trying to get me out of the waterfall. My dragon.
Hmm.
I must have two of them because there's the one he says it's in the waterfall. That's me that won't come out because I'm scared of somebody.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's keeping me inside.
Maybe
Anyway,
the white one's meant to help yours come out and.
I kind of feel like they're kind of like they're like mates, they're good friends.
That's Well, what's your first instinct? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? That's usually.
I feel like it's like a protector over me and over my dragon, and then it could be somebody that and maybe a partner or companion.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brim will look into this more.
I'm sure we will.
Well, how is everybody, and happy Halloween?
Happy Halloween, sweetie.
Merry Christmas.
Don't say that yet. I got snow out here.
Yeah. Don't even bring out the freaking Merry Christmas.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving.
my dog's been acting real weird the last couple of days. Taking him outside, it didn't even dawn on me. The veil's so thin right now that it's like he's on edge.
You say that. Mine's been doing the same thing. He barks constantly. Nothing.
Mine's been talking all day long. All day long complaining about something. He talks. And then
Yeah.
last night when I took him out, he was like outside. He was like looking up in the trees, and he like buck. You know how dogs they buck up when they like make themselves bigger. Every time we go
Yeah.
outside, he stops and he won't move, and he does that. And he don't bark at nothing. He don't whine at nothing. He don't talk to nothing. He just stares. And he kept staring up in a tree, and I'm like, well, what the hell's up there? You know, and up here in the Appalachian Mountains, they tell you don't shine the lights up in the trees because of the, you know, paranormal cryptid critters and stuff. So what does my happy ass do? I start shining the light up in the tree trying to figure out what the hell he's looking at.
Well, I'd be doing that too.
Yeah.
Did you ever see it?
Nope. Didn't see nothing. And a lot of times, like with me, when I sense that, I can sense negative. I sense negative beings or negative entities better than positive ones. Like
Right.
it's like all the warning bells go off, boom, 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 right away for me. And I didn't sense anything. I don't think it was there. Whatever it is, it wasn't there to harm us. Just maybe curiosity, but it was nothing. He didn't like it. He didn't care for it. But like I said, he didn't go on a rampage or nothing either. He was just very on guard.
Well, that's how mine's been. Of course, I probably traumatized him with the mouse.
But too, I think we got a Sasquatch running around here, coming in and out of stuff. And so, and one of the other campers, they got a bear on their cams. They set up like deer cams and cameras around their stuff because we're kind of in a wooded area, and I'm like, are you sure it was a bear? I'm like, are you sure it was? I don't think, you know, because I think they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a bear. It's kind of hard to see, but you know, sometimes when people see things on their cams, they're not quite what they think they are.
Yeah. I've got a Bigfoot here with a baby.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's 2 or 3 years old. But it's coming more and more out of the woods. So.
Well, and a lot of the people in our park here, they all work at the same place, and like I was telling everybody earlier before you took them up, you know, they have everybody's pew carriers around here.
Right.
And we went to a get together with a bunch of them last night, and I told them all, I'm like, if y'all get up and you ever see me out hugging a big furry dude, you know, don't get your pews out. It's okay.
Right. Right.
They just looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, they're really very gentle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that.
Right. They are very gentle, and if they show any kind of aggression, it's because you provoked it.
Yeah. I think there's bad and good, like there's bad and good people.
What's that?
I think there's bad and good, like there's bad and good people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I say that all the time, you know, and I put that in one of my videos, and I tell people, you know, there's good and evil, good and bad, whatever, in all beings, in the universe, dimensions, everywhere. And you can't judge one being for the masses. I mean, humans are a perfect example. Humans are a perfect example of that. You know, and
Brim's
like
snoring again. Did I put Brim to sleep?
Yes, River.
Brim. The Brim is snoring.
Better not be.
Paul. You better wake up.
Oh no, I'm not snoring. I'm breathing.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, keep breathing.
Yeah, keep breathing.
And you know, I mean,
I got a stuffy nose.
Oh,
And you got to understand, people, anytime the subject of one comes up, there's a lot of people try to hunt them. So, I mean, if there's any aggressive ones out there, can you blame them?
no.
No, who
Right.
wants to
What
be
kind
hunted?
what kind of experiences they had with most of the humans out there?
Well, they are the missing link.
Yeah, but they'll talk to you. Have they talked to you at all, Naeem? If you went
I've
out there
had
and
them
tried to
try.
communicate, huh?
I've had them try, but it. I don't know whether I wasn't open to it.
Uh-huh. Is it just a female and her baby, or is it a whole family?
No, there's a whole family,
So,
but I've never. I mean, it's never been aggressive. None of them.
well, they can talk to you telepathically.
Right.
And I talked with a series of grunts too.
Mhm. You know, you could try leaving stuff out for them, sweets or something.
Yeah. It's cute because I've got huge trees on the front of my house, right on the other side of the road, and I see them peeking around the trees. Now I haven't heard of anybody else seeing them.
Well, the fact that they let you see them means something in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they probably know that you're not a threat to them.
No, I don't even have a pew.
Yeah, I'd give them some treats or something. I'm not
Well,
Give
sure.
them
I
What,
did
some Give them some rug brownies.
at
what?
my old house. I did, but here I'm on the edge of town, and
I
I
said
don't
give them
want to.
some rug brownies.
Yeah.
What are rug brownies?
Think about what I just said. This is
Oh,
TikTok.
okay. They
You
would
know
like
the
those.
special,
They would like those kind of brownies for real.
the special brownies.
They would like them special brownies.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. Is that going to make them crazy?
That's funny because I had somebody ask me if I could make those kind of brownies for them because their wife usually does it for pain and different things, and I'm like, I don't know, but I'll try. If I get enough, I'll make some and stick them outside for the ones we got out here.
Well, I just don't want, because I'm right here at the edge of town, I don't want them to get real familiar with people around
Yeah, I
and
think
then
they
them
know,
do
though.
something to them.
I think they know not to show themselves to certain people, though. They can portal out. They can create portals and stuff
Mm-hmm.
because they're interdimensional.
Right.
There she is. Is it working, Suzanne?
I don't know why I keep typing when I'm up here. Sorry. It's better at
It's
the moment.
automatic.
Habit.
Habit.
Yeah.
I went
Sometimes you
to
do it.
I don't know if any of you know Xyloanthius.
No.
He's from New Zealand, and I've become friends with him and his live regulars, and they are such a great group of people, you guys. That the hours are completely different. But he was on earlier, and I managed to make the live, and they may still be on. I don't know. They go on for hours and hours, but they had a guy doing Reiki in the big window, and Xyloanthius was playing this beautiful flute music, and I had just gotten home from physical therapy. I bought a vibration plate not too long ago, and I
Like
hadn't used
Honey
it yet.
has.
But what?
Honey has a vibrational plate.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anyway, I bought one, and I didn't unpack it until today. And it's supposed to help with inflammation, lymphatic drainage, etc. And so I bought one, and the gal that did the live, she was selling it on TikTok Shop. She's been using one for a while, and she was saying how sore her knees get when she walks, and she gets on there, and it really helps. So, it was on sale for less than $100, and so I bought it. And so I got on. I was kind of afraid to stand up for it because I thought it would really hurt. And I told my physical therapist about it today, and he said, "Great, that'll be great." So I got it out and set it up when I got home. And at first, I just sat with my feet on it on the lowest setting, number one. And then I got brave and I stood up. And it gets harder the more you spread your feet apart. And I managed to do it really well, but I don't think I could do more than a level 1 right now. But it did really, it helped for a while. And I think maybe it's just because when I got, my body was kind of buzzing after being on it for a while. But it did help take away. I was ready to come home and take a pain pill and a muscle relaxer, and I didn't because I was on that, and it helped. I'm hurting again now, but I just ate a THC gummy that'll help.
Yeah. But that's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. I hope. I think I did about 20 minutes today, but I think I'll, if helping me feel better, man, I'm more than willing to stand on it. I was happy I was able to stand up. I have to. They started me on a new exercise today that's at the parallel bars with this piece of equipment that's like half a rubber ball on the bottom on this platform, and you stand on the platform and try to balance without holding on to the parallel bars. And I did. I mean, it made me sweat. I mean, it took so much concentration, but I did a lot better than I thought I would. And I had to grab the bars a couple of times to keep from falling, but it was, I was so proud that I did so well. So I can tell, the improvements are so incremental and slow that, and then all of a sudden, like today, it was like, wow, I'm really getting better. Yay. So that made me happy.
That's such a really cool thing, too.
Yeah.
Because even little bits
Yeah.
do a lot for your
It gets
inspiration.
depressing. It's been a year since my surgery, and I was laid up for 5 months prior to my surgery. So, I would love to go for a good energetic walk. I'd love to go in the woods, but I still can't handle uneven ground. So,
Well, you'll
but
get
anyway,
there.
yep, I'm getting better.
That's huge.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm trying. Prior to it, I thought, okay, I'm going to be one of those people that just works their ass off and just powers through, and they get better so much faster than they expect. And man, that was a lot harder than I expected.
Right.
So,
I felt the same way when I had open heart surgery. I thought, well, I'll just bounce right back. But you don't.
You am-
You definitely don't bounce right
Say that
back.
over?
I said I was the
No.
same way when I had open heart surgery,
Oh,
and that's
my
something you
mother
don't.
had it.
Whew,
Yeah.
it's
I
tough.
both of my parents had open heart surgery, and I hope I don't need to. But my mother was like 10 or 11 years younger than me when she had to have her open heart surgery. So,
Well, I was 70.
oh, well, and the older you get, the harder it is to recover, too.
Yeah, it was tough. It really was. But then I went to rehab, and it was learning to walk again was huge, and not being able to use my arms.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part.
Yep. And my left arm, I had two repairs on my left arm, and I can only sleep on my left side because it hurts too much. It's my right leg and hip area and butt feels fine mostly. But the major pain is all on my left side, from the waist down. And the fact that my right leg feels almost all better, it's clear I'm making improvements. So,
Well, and that's all you need to do.
yes, that's all I can do. It's my focus is getting stronger. I didn't mean to take up so much time on my physical therapy today. I don't have any. I haven't seen anything in person that could be considered unusual cryptid type person or thing or being. Not in person.
That's okay. It'll come.
I hope so. I even made a bath for my fairies and none of them took it.
No.
But maybe I didn't put any bubble bath in there. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Could be.
I'll have to. I don't have any bubble bath. I don't know what to put in there. Shampoo?
Yeah.
I'll try that. April told me I'd be surprised at what I'd find at the bottom of the sink, but the sink still looked clean the next morning, so I don't think they got in.
Oh, well, it's the first time you did it for 'em?
Yep. And I talked to him and I said, I'm making y'all a bath.
Huh.
Feel free to hop in whenever you want, but maybe I made it too deep.
It never even occurred to me to make a bath for the fairies rather.
Yeah, I made it in the bathroom sink, but maybe it was too deep too. Maybe I should, but they can make themselves bigger, so that doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I'll just have to try it again and put bubbles in there for them. See if they like that.
Well, I don't think mine came in the house much, but then we had a pond and a creek and bird baths and all kinds of different things around the property, so maybe they just did their own thing.
Well, April says we all have a fairy assigned to us at birth, and usually several more come.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Mine's name is Puck.
Oh, you know more about yours than I know about mine.
They've been with me since I was a little child.
That's awesome. And have you always seen them?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I had a rough childhood as a little one, and I used to hide in the woods, and that's when the communication started.
I didn't hide in the woods. It was just my favorite place. I spent all my time with my dog in the woods, and I don't just our happy little selves.
I mean, I lived on an 80-acre farm, and then there was woods all the way around us. So, I mean, when I
Wow.
took off, I
Wow.
yeah, I spent most of my time outside all the time, and so, but yeah, I after breakfast I'd leave, and I wouldn't come back till dinner until my granddad came home. So, yeah,
He was your protector?
yeah. But I remember sitting out in the woods and seeing any deer be running around me. I remember a mama bear running around, um, mama bear and her cubs, stuff within
Wow.
feet of me. And I think back on it now. If you think about that kind of stuff, a little kid being out in the woods and that stuff running around,
Yeah.
you know, most parents be like, "Oh, well, that's dangerous."
Well, when I was a kid, I know a lot of bad things happened. Some bad things happened to me,
Yeah,
but the reaction of the adults was not what it should have been. They were not protective of children. Like I mean, obviously there's really bad things happening to kids now, but at least reasonable people um you know
I was
find
safer
a
in the
way to
woods.
prosecute or something. And in my life, stuff was happening at school. There was a boy that would just choke me trying to kiss me because I wouldn't let him. It was like I would fight to get away from him, and I would get in as much trouble as him. He would wiggle his weenie at me every freaking day in the fourth grade, and they would make me shake his hand. And it's like, I don't want to touch his freaking hand. Shake hands and make up. It's like, what? So I can be sexually assaulted? Didn't
My
make. I'm
daughter,
sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
my daughter in the sixth grade, my daughter and a few of her friends had a problem with a boy, and I told her, I said, take care of it. Next time he puts his hands on you, bust his nose, and she did.
Good.
And the school hadn't been doing nothing about it. And then when the kid got his nose busted, then his dad had to be called. When his dad actually found out what was going on, that boy ended up not being in school for a week because of what dad did to him when he took him home.
Well, the boy that did all that to me for that entire year, as an adult now, I think. Plus, I got my bachelor's degree in criminology of all things. But anyway, you know, knowing what I know as an adult and looking back, I think that kid's home life must have been, or something really bad. I don't think kids do that naturally without having been abused. And
Well,
so
I don't
I
think
can't.
this boy that we were dealing with didn't. He was a little older and he knew better.
Oh,
And
okay.
that parents didn't know this because the school wouldn't do nothing about it. The parents didn't know. And when dad came to school and we all had a chat,
Good.
dad was mad. And he's like, "You want to be abusive to girls like that? I'll show you what abuse is." And he took him home and he told him.
Wow.
Not the same type of that
Right.
he was
Right.
doing. Yeah, enough where he didn't come to school for a week.
Wow.
And never had any problems with him again after that, though.
Hey, paranormal.
So,
I saw Jess come in too. Hi, Jess.
do you see your fairies in your house?
No.
Because most of mine, when I see mine, they're never in the house. They're just outside.
Huh.
They look
I,
like little lights streaking around my house.
oh.
Hmm.
Mine are too. They're outside.
Whoa.
Hmm?
Paul, are you asleep?
No.
You sound like you are.
No.
You sound tired. Are you
I
irritated
am.
with us? Are you irritated with us?
No.
Have you slept since I talked to you this morning?
No.
That's why you're tired, dude.
I don't think he gets much
Alright.
sleep lately. When he does, he gets to go on adventures.
Yeah. The never ending
It's not-
story. I
Well,
got
why don't you go to
I
bed?
ride the good luck dragon. I ride the
You,
good luck dragon.
you were riding the good luck dragon?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Paul.
I have an answer.
You don't have an answer?
I said I have an answer.
Good. So who gets dragons?
Who gets dragon?
Yeah. How?
What?
I mean, does everybody get a dragon if they want one?
Oh, okay. Everybody. Some people have dragons. Some are riders. Some are use them as familiars, and some are the dragon.
Hmm.
Do you have a dragon, Suzanne?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Diane's got a familiar.
I'd like to have
Diane's
a
is
dragon.
blue. Diane's is blue.
It's more teal looking though.
Yeah.
Can you see my dragon, Diane?
No,
Can you see my dragon?
Yeah.
but like I told y'all, I had lost mine for a while. She was up in the mountains.
Taking a vacation.
I guess she was.
Oh, my girl's been a little more on the aggressive side lately.
What has she been doing?
Well, I've been steering clear of people a lot because if she senses any kind of evil or negativity,
Hostility.
huh?
Hostility.
There's any kind of evil entity or anything, it's like she's ready to go.
Wow.
Ah,
She's very nurturing and loving to the innocent, and very caring. But she's like extreme. Anytime she gets around anything negative, she's just ready to claws come out, and she's ready to just. So I have to be careful.
rumble, huh?
Oh yeah,
Huh.
yeah. She gets very aggressive towards, especially anything evil.
Well, so what about a person with an evil intent? She would attack them?
She puffs up and when she's ready to go. The worst experience I had, I actually ran into a vril. Do you know what a vril is?
Oh, I couldn't hear you. A what?
A vril? They call them a vril. It's like a parasite. It's like an evil parasite entity.
Oh,
I think
I
they
never
have something to do with the reptilians or something, but it takes over. They take over the human, and you can see it in their eyes. Their eyes get really like nasty and glossy looking. And I actually had to get away from them because I was ready to just rip this dude to shreds. And I think he knew they know what they are, and um, we're at his place of work, and he was a sales rep, and I about lost my shit.
Wow.
I took everything to control myself. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And um, when I came back in, I asked the other sales guy where he went, and he says, "We don't know. He just decided to leave for the day," and he left.
He felt threatened
It was good. Yeah,
or
I'm so
scared. He was scared.
but
Sounds
they're
like.
very. Hmm?
That sounds like what attack caused.
So yeah, they're very nasty. They're very nasty.
Hmm.
Yeah, but he up and just left work. It's like I'm like, what is wrong with me? And that was when I started paying attention, more attention.
Yeah.
Didn't realize till after what was going on. But yeah, she wants to eradicate all evil on the earth. I guess I don't know.
Well, good for her. Paul, did you say Honey won't be here?
Yeah, my section won't be here till she comes along.
Her son's sick.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what time she's been going home from the hospital.
Bless her heart.
Man, that's a scary situation. I sure feel for her daughter.
Yeah.
I know it. And, they're both nurses. So, he knows how bad it is. There's no hiding that from him. He knows what's going on.
Yeah. What did April say today how her granddaughter's doing?
I haven't seen her talk to her today. I think she's supposed to be coming home from the hospital.
Well, that's good.
We haven't talked a whole lot, and I've missed a lot of her lives. And I told her I've got other people to learn from.
I was on my other account and I went by her live and she said something about I had to block some people because they were talking bad about me and bullying me. Nobody bullied you.
I think she's been talking about Papa Smurf a lot because he contradicted her, and I think part of it was misunderstanding. But he could have talked to her personally rather than making.
He said he tried to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did.
He said it. He said he asked her a couple questions. She wouldn't answer. He sent her a couple of DMs and she blocked him.
Oh.
Kind of like me.
Well, she didn't. I know she didn't block him until after that public post.
Well, he said he came in here and said she blocked him.
Yeah, he did. She did, but it wasn't. I don't know. I'll shut up. I don't know.
Because he said to me, because he came in here and he was talking about it, how she blocked him, and then he said, I didn't do nothing. I just asked a simple question, and then we talked in public, and she wouldn't say anything, and then this and that, and then like a week later, I seen a public post where he said on, he goes, and you know who he was talking about when he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say it. He didn't say it, but well, he did after he said April, but. And he just had general questions and she wouldn't answer them.
Yeah. Well, you know
He
what
said,
I've noticed is, well, I don't know.
oh, Jesus. Yeah.
What happened, Paul? Did you drop something?
Yeah, stupid light. Like, I've been having the light fall all damn day.
You've been having what?
Things fall all day.
Are you bumping into them because you're so tired?
No, it's just falling. I don't know why.
Hmm.
And I'm not even touching it. Anything just falls. And I was trying to do my live. I was trying to get ready for the live, and stuff just kept falling. I don't know why. It's
Huh.
like, you know, oh, whatever. I'm just trying to find my candy. I don't know. My candy went.
I
Oh,
got a little goodie bag at physical therapy today, and I'm sitting here eating it.
no, I wish I could candy right now. I don't know. It's like 90 degrees in this house.
Wow.
It's freaking hot. I've got the air conditioner on. I've got the fan on, and I'm sweating cinder blocks. And it feels like that. And then it's telling me that it's telling me that it's 67 degrees, but I'm hot as hell.
Huh. Well, you got
I'm
me
like
burning.
physically sweating.
I get that too, where I'm freezing. This is just in the last couple of days, just be freezing. And I get under the covers, and then 10 minutes later, I'm out of the covers, and I'm just hot as I can be. And then it's
Hot as
just,
hell.
it's you.
Oh God. Yeah, it's a dragon furnace.
Yeah, it must be.
Can y'all hear me? I had to put
Yep.
earbuds in.
Yes,
Okay.
I hear you. Anybody get trick or treaters?
Yeah. No. I know Yaya was in here. She's not. She's hiding down there in the chat.
She is? She is?
Yeah, she's been down there
She's
for a
in the
while.
room.
Oh,
Up
I
in the
didn't
top.
see her come in.
You can see her name. I'll see if it's still there.
It's still there. I just looked.
It's still there.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm just being quiet. I got tons of trick or treaters.
I don't know. I'm hot as hell though.
I've been doing it
Oh,
too.
I got a handful, but I live on a pretty steep hill on a really long block, so, and we don't really have any kids on our street anymore. We've either got, middle age and older, or they're new family. Although there's like a teenager across the street, and she probably did a trick or treat. So,
So, anybody got anything else to share about mythical beings?
And mystical chocolate that I had in this house disappeared.
Yeah, down your gullet.
No, I didn't eat it.
did Brum eat it?
Oh, punch that dragon in the mouth. Oh my damn candy.
Shouldn't leave it laying around.
I know, he's been doing this stuff to me lately. He's been pulling off little things. I don't know what he's doing. I wake up one morning and I find a desk in the middle of my apartment. I have no idea where the desk came from. It said free.
Oh, wow.
But okay, and now I have a desk in around here, and I don't know where it came from or anything.
And your roommate doesn't know anything about it?
No, he's like, where we get that? I was like, I don't know.
Well, he
Well, just
obviously
shut up.
needed it.
I
Apparently,
actually, Brim said that he liked it and it was free, so he took it.
Yeah, there you go.
I asked him about it.
Oh, he liked it and it was free.
Yeah. I'm like, you need to get a handle on that stuff because he out shopping and he might not get the whole finance issues. You come, you wake up and you got a whole bunch of shit in your house.
You wake up with charges for receiving stolen goods.
Oh,
well, I woke up with a shaved head once, so what the heck?
Oh,
I'm,
oh.
yeah. And I had asked him about mine too because I've started missing time myself. Like incidents where people said, "Don't you remember we talked about this?" I said, "No, we didn't. No, we
Yes, we
didn't.
did.
And no, we didn't. It was
Yes,
not
we
me.
did.
I was not there for that. I was not
We
there
were
for
there. We
that.
did have that conversation.
Well, that happens to me too, and I don't have a dragon.
But I've had like 4 different people tell me I've had discussions with them when I haven't.
No, she calls me on the phone. We had this long discussion, like 3 hours, and she doesn't remember even having a discussion.
Mm-mm. It didn't happen.
It did happen.
It wasn't me.
You were
It
talking
was
to
you.
her dragon.
well, I've
It
been
was.
jumping time.
What'd you say, Diane?
I've been jumping time. Like
Oh yeah, me too.
I'll look at the clock and it's
Did-
9 o'clock, and then I'll look at the clock and it's 11:30.
Yep, me too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yes. It's like today I feel like I got up, went to physical therapy, came home, stood on my thing for 15 minutes, and here we are. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, and it's like, shit. There were other things I needed to do today, and I don't know where the time is.
Well, it's weird to me because it's just been one after another.
Yep. Time's moving faster.
Faster and
Moving
faster
fast.
every day.
I guess so.
Oh,
Well, you sweet girls, I think I'm fixing to do something.
Oh, I'm going to have a good day.
Y'all
well,
have a good time.
have fun doing something.
Okay.
Love you, Diane.
Love y'all.
You guys.
I
Love you too, honey.
Love you too,
Good night. Hello, Solar.
But
Hello.
I think
Hello.
but
Hello.
I think
Hello.
but
Hello. There we go with the repeating.
Solar want to come out and have a chat, does she?
No.
No?
No.
She always wants to talk to me.
I talked to her one night.
You know, if I call her, she's going to come.
No. She's going to go night. Night for dragon.
you said
Night. Not a knife and a draconian.
Hmm.
She gets me in trouble.
Yeah, but she has a very loving, nurturing side too.
Uh,
I seen it
right.
firsthand.
That's what they say.
I seen it firsthand.
Uh-huh.
She's very, very good with children.
Uh-huh.
Who are you talking about?
I don't
Solar.
know. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Is she the
Well,
Valley girl?
yeah,
Yeah.
but I seen her in an extraordinary experience, and I don't know if I should talk about it because it's extremely personal for a child or one of my children and one of my grandchildren, and it was
Well, I mean, if you don't say the names.
um I had my daughter call me because her son was doing and talking about things, talking about lizards and reptilians, and she was like starting to freak out. She's All of my children have been gifted since birth, and but she's so wrapped up in three kids and life and this and that that she's not really. That's all been put on the back burner.
Yeah.
And see, I have to kind of be quiet. So if you can't hear me, let me know. But um, so she called me about it and concerned, and I got my other daughter, which is extremely gifted, like, and her son is gifted too. Like he's telekinesis gifted,
Wow.
and he's a 5'2". Um, and she's like, "Well, y'all need to talk to Paul." She said, "You need to talk to Paul and see what's going on." So we get her on the phone, and at first, she was very leery about it until her sister insisted, and she's like, it became a family affair actually. Everybody got involved in the conversation, but so she talked to us about some things, and she had to go get him from preschool. And when she got him from preschool, she had us on video call. And he gets in the van and he walks and she's like, "Grandma's on the phone with her friend." And he's like, "Hi, Grandma." And he's 5.
Uh-huh.
And he looks at the phone and he goes up, between the seats in the van. Um, and he looks in the phone and he does that eye thing, like Brim does that eye thing, with his eyeball. And
Oh.
he puts his whole eyeball up into the phone and he says, "I know you." And we're like, "What?"
Whoa.
And he's like, "I know you." And so Paul's like, "You know me?" He said, "Yes." He says, "Where do you know me?" He says, "I don't know yet, but I know you." And so she's like, "Well, get in your car seat. We got to get home." So then she gets home. And so we sit down to talk. And he says, "Now, do you figure out where you know me?" He said, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but you can feel free to jump in, Brim. But
I
he's
asked,
like, he's
how do you know me? He said, I know you. He says, I don't feel comfortable in my skin.
mhm.
Your
And
grandson
he
said
makes,
I don't feel comfortable in my skin?
Yeah. And I asked him why, and he says, "Because," and he almost started crying. He says, "Grandma, I've been on this planet too long." He says, "My scales won't come out." He says, "I can't get
Aww.
my," and he kept calling himself a lizard.
we were trying to figure out what was going on. And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "See my arm? It looks like mommy's, but it's not supposed to look like that." He says it's green and it's gold and it's scales, and I can't change back because I've been on Earth too long, or on this planet. He said.
Aww.
And then, so we're like, okay, so what's going on here? And then I think, didn't you say, tell him to look in your eyes and to see if he could recognize you or something?
Yeah, so
And
look in my
so,
eyes.
yeah, he said, go ahead and tell him.
I said, look in my eyes. What do you see? He goes, I see the dragon. And I didn't say nothing about anything to him.
Yeah, we
That's who
didn't
the
tell him
dragon.
anything. We
Right.
let him carry the conversation.
And I said, what color's the dragon? I see a golden dragon. Grandma, I see yours too. Yours is a white dragon. You guys are together on his home world, Nita, and
Mm-hmm.
you're talking to me. And I'm like, what? What?
We
I
both
have
about
a
shit our pants.
I had I was speechless. I was like, did I just hear what I thought I heard?
Yeah, because he don't usually talk to children. But my daughter
Yeah.
Yeah.
was concerned, so she let him talk
Yeah,
to
of
him.
course.
And he's like,
And
he's like, something about solar came up, and all
well,
of a sudden,
I asked him to talk to Solar because I had the feeling he was draconian, remember?
yeah,
Oh. And so did he?
Oh, you just don't even. Well, first he talked to Brim. Brim came out and talked to him and talked light
Oh,
language with
cool.
him. And he
Wow.
started talking light language back to Brim. And he was answering
Wow.
Brim's questions, going back and forth between light language and English, talking to Brim first. And then that's when I said, I think we need to see, will Solar talk to him? It's something in
Yeah.
me said he needs to talk to Solar. So,
Yeah.
um, so she came through and they just started back and forth.
In light
Like,
language?
and he
Wow.
says, and we never brought up channeling. We never brought up nothing.
Right.
We let him lead the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And, um, and he says, Solar, you're like me. You look like me.
and she's like,
That's what
yeah.
he's,
Do you remember our homeworld? He's like, yeah, and
Wow.
then he described the homeworld.
and he knew what his name was.
Yeah, he knew we
Wow.
live in a planet too.
And I'm like, do you know your name? And he says, yes. And he told us his name. Yep. And he says, I remember talking to you, your dragon, and and Pa's dragon on Nintha.
Wow.
And we never told
And
him nothing.
I told the
Nothing
kid
about.
absolutely nothing.
We
And
told him nothing. He
That's
did not question. He did not question channeling. He knew the difference between Paul, Brim, and Solar. And when
and then
Brim was talking to
I
him,
tried to Grim tried to throw him off, and fake he was me. He goes, I know it's you, Grim. Let Paul talk.
huh. That's
I'm
so
like,
5
funny.
years old.
what?
That's mind blowing. I mean, God, Sonia, I can't believe you held it in this long.
I'm like, I was bawling my ass off.
Oh my God, I
I
can't
was
I
even imagine.
speechless.
because he's 5 years old and he's high functioning autistic. And he
Wow.
kept saying, and he even said to Solar, he's like, Solar, he says, what's wrong with me? He says, I can't my skin back. He kept saying, or scales. He
Oh,
says, I can't
so
get my scales back.
makes
And he
me
was in tears
proud.
over it.
Poor
And,
baby.
He was all over Solar. I'm sitting there going, what in the world is going on here?
I,
and she was so sweet and nurturing. No
oh,
valley girl, no
yeah.
nothing.
Oh, that's so sweet. Maybe you should send her to him for a couple of days, Paul.
Actually, he has two
Good.
alpha Draconian um, males guarding him because there's reptilians after him.
Oh man.
That's what we discovered.
I'm shocked by the whole thing, honestly.
That's
I
mind blowing.
yeah, it blew my mind. I'm still going,
Yeah.
what in the hell happened here?
Wow.
And Paul never met him. He never met him or my daughter or seen him or nothing. Never, ever, ever. He has the other daughter. But yeah.
And today
Uh,
was and just in the last couple of days is the first mention of any of it?
this happened, what, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
out of respect for our daughter, we haven't really talked about it much. But I just felt like something in me felt like we needed to share it because a lot of people don't believe, I had an incident with somebody else saying, they talked to my guides and I manifested my own dragon and this and that. And there was just a lot of issues I was working through. But then when my grandson that's 5 years old described my dragon to me, I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
And he don't know nothing. He's
Yeah,
like,
I have a grandson that's 4. So I
you
just can't
know,
even sit down long enough to talk to me hardly.
and I haven't, you know, discussed spiritual stuff with her or around the kids or anything. I brought up things here, but she's just got too much going on in her life and so wrapped up in, health problems with because her middle child almost died. Well, did die twice. And so
Oh man.
she's got a lot of issues. So anything like this is on the back burner. So I didn't push none of it.
Right.
But they visited and they came to the mountains and they were around me for a few days. And when they went back home, she said something changed. And that was the first time all three of my children had been in the same place in 15 years. Um,
Oh.
because she's the youngest and she's 29.
Mhm.
And so my mom came and my children came. And so the mountains where I live, there's crystals everywhere in the ground. The energy is just off the
Yeah.
charts.
And with
And,
all those people together, the tremendous energy.
and my other daughter, her older sister, is highly spiritual. And so I think it just affected the other two because my son's the same way. But they've always had gifts, been empathic. You know, I had to be careful with my kids when they were younger because, they seen things and heard things. And, I told him there's nothing wrong with you, but I had to tell my son, I said, don't go to school telling people you hear voices. That's just something we talk about at home, but there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter, she struggled and shut everything down when she was like 17 because she could see him, she could hear him, spirits, she could see, and she was like a beacon. It was like she'd have hundreds of them come to her,
Wow.
and other things. And then she started hearing people's thoughts, and she used to speak light language when she was little too, and we didn't back then. I didn't know what it was. I thought she was just singing. She's just
Yeah.
singing, you know. It was Palladian light language, and she can control the elements, all but fire. We don't know about fire yet. She's not dabbled in that, and her son can too.
And
He
how?
control the elements, and he's 5. This is a different daughter with another 5-year-old boy,
Wow.
and he can control the elements, and he can turn lights on and off, fans on and off. And his preschool is a lockdown school situation, where you need a key card or a fob to get in.
Yeah.
And she called me up one day and she says, "It's starting with a mom." And I'm like, "What?" And she says,
he told Daddy that his dad came home today, and he says to his dad, "Daddy, you don't need that. I can open it myself." And he touched the box and it unlocked. And so she took him to school the next day, and she's like, "Daddy said you can unlock the box without the key fob." And he says, "Yeah, let me show you, Mom." And he touched it and it unlocked.
Wow.
So, and I have another granddaughter that she says, "I see dead people and they talk to me, Grandma." She's 7.
Wow. And did it scare her?
No, but it scared the shit out of her mother.
Oh
It just
yeah, I
started to
bet.
happen. That started when she was like, they started noticing it when she was 2.
Now, is her mom your daughter or
No,
her dad your
my
son?
son. My
Okay.
son.
So she inherited some gifts. Was her mom unaware of
Her
the
mom
material
is, her
gifts?
mom is, how do I say this? When I met her, I'm like, my son can't marry this woman. She's like soulless. Something is wrong with her.
Oh
And
no.
after he came to visit, now he's waking up and seeing. He's been having this dreams about what he is. He says, "I don't know what I am," and he described it. He says, "And I'm fighting this like burning wolf demon thing," and we discovered he's Anunnaki. Um, and what is she called? What is it? And he called me up and he says, "Mom, I don't know what to do. I never should have married her. There's something evil in her." And I'm like, "Oh shit. I don't know what to do." So yeah. So after they visited, it's like they all decided to wake the hell back up, and they're struggling through it now. The other
Oh
2,
man.
and he's discovered his wife's some kind of a demon.
Jeez, oh Pete. Does she know what she is?
I don't
I
know.
don't know, but I get bad vibes from it.
Man.
And we're not talking
How
attachment. We're
long
talking.
ago?
He just
How
discovered
long
this.
ago?
I've known something's wrong with her for years, for like 5 years.
Yeah.
But he was so in love that, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to alienate him. So I just kept my mouth shut. But now he's coming to me.
Yeah.
"What do I do, Mom?" And I don't know what to tell him. Because I can tell
Yeah.
you,
I mean,
my son's the type where if he thinks that she'll harm their babies in any way, shape, or
yeah.
form, she'll disappear. Even
Oh
though
yeah.
he will have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He wouldn't even think twice or look back. So we have to be careful with that situation because I don't want to see my son go to
Yeah.
prison.
Right.
So I just don't even know
Yeah.
what to do about that. But yeah, pretty much all of my children and all of my grandchildren are extremely gifted.
Wow.
It's
Kind of like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, right?
kind of like a what?
I said it's kind of like a Marvel movie. Your family.
Yeah, I think it stems from my conception. I mean, because we all know that our souls and our human husks, our vessels are different. Our souls and who we are, like my soul is a dragon, but my human husk is something totally different.
Huh. Yeah.
Totally different. And because my mother was abducted, that's how I was conceived. I've just recently
Wow.
learned I actually don't have a biological father.
Wow.
Mm.
So you just learned this about yourself?
Well, I used to have dreams that my parents were surrogates. Yeah. And it got confirmation, and I didn't believe it at first. And then I finally talked to my mom about it, and she confirmed it. And I'm like, "You're just telling me now after all these years? I'm 53 freaking years old, Mom. A lot of stuff could have been avoided. A lot of questions, a lot of problems with going to doctors and
Yeah.
abnormalities. I've had doctors call me a
Huh.
mutant and all kinds of shit. I look human on the inside, or on the
Oh,
outside,
wow.
but I'm not on the inside.
Well, I was going to say your
So,
blood would have to be different,
mm-hmm,
right?
it is, yes.
Well, they should have noticed that when you.
I discovered that
You
when I
what?
lost my first baby. Hmm?
Oh.
I'm Rh negative, but my blood is not red. It's almost like a bluish purple. My blood is bluish purple colored.
Whoa. Did it freak them out? The
Mm-hmm.
doctors? Yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
imagine. Oh my God.
And,
Can't
and
imagine.
if Arian wants to come forth, she can explain it. Because she was there during my conception.
No, she's fine.
She's fine. The way she explains it, I'm 1/4 human, 1/4 Lyran, 1/4 dragon, and 1/4 Palladian. My genetics in this human husk.
Whoa.
The human came from my mother's side, but I don't think she's completely human either, so
All right.
I know it sounds crazy, don't it?
Yeah, so it's like, who's your family? You know? I mean, everybody. You're like the universal child.
Well, and I asked if I came back and I asked, you know, do I have a biological male parent um, that's like an extraterrestrial? You know, and they said no. It's always a scientific genetic test tube makeup thing,
Huh.
you know. And I mean, I have a human dad that I've called dad for years, but I'm not going to go and tell him he's not my dad.
Oh. He doesn't know.
Mm-mm.
Wow. But your mom knows.
Yep. She's always known.
Okay. Wow, that's wild.
But she was only 14 years old when it happened.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You, you couldn't make this shit up.
No.
So when I tell you I was born awake and the things I've went through, the things I've seen, there's a reason why I see the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
There's a reason why I
That,
grew up
that must
seeing
have been so
aliens in
hard.
my dining room at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Were you scared?
When I was little, I used to sit and cry and say this because pretty much my grandparents on my human father, not father's side, took custody of me because they were children. Um, I was actually kept from my mom until I was an adult.
Aw.
I seen her maybe once or twice a year. I didn't actually get to know her until I was 20. They kept me away from my dad too. My dad stayed away. My grandmother was abusive. It was his mother. My grandfather Well, that family wasn't actually biologically related to me at all, but I didn't know that at the time. But when I was little, I used to say, I used to cry at night or cry in the woods and say, please come and get me. I don't know these people. These are not my family. I knew it when I was little. I knew they weren't my family.
Aww.
And I still do it as an adult. I cry, say, it's time for me to go home. Come get me.
Yeah. But where's home?
Nintha.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. That's, well, that's my dragon soul's home. But this
Okay.
human body, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Well, it's
Oh,
not,
okay. I get it. All right.
but I mean, I
I
got, yeah. But, as far as my genetic makeup with this human body, the inside's different. I have extra vertebrae, I have extra ribs, I have extra intestinal tract. My heart is larger, not enlarged heart, but it's just naturally larger.
yeah.
The makeup of it is different. Um, they told me I had too many electrodes in my heart, and they had to go in and burn them when I was like 24. And
Oh.
I pretty much died when they tried to do the surgery. Um, I used to have a tail
Wow.
that got removed when I was 10. It was only like a couple inches, but
Yeah.
yeah. So you can imagine over the years with health issues, I can't take pharmaceutical medications. They
Right.
make me sick. I can't have any kind of vaccines. They make me sick. I used to be in the medical field, and now I cannot be because I would refuse the, jab jab.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to do it because a flu shot could put me in the hospital for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
So there ain't no way I was going to take that.
Now,
Well,
when you were a kid, though, they gave you all the vaccines and
oh, I
polio,
have a,
and
I have a
or
story
were
for
they,
you.
you
I have a,
younger
I
than
have a
me? Were they
story
still
for you that.
giving polio vaccine?
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm 53. I'm 53 now, and I started school when I was 4. They don't do that anymore, but I started school when I was 4 years old,
Yeah.
and I lived in a little small town village. We're talking like 400 people now. Still, that's how
Wow.
little it was. And so the nurses and everything, what they do before kids start school, they'd set up in like the cafeteria, auditorium, or something, and people would bring their kids in and give them the vaccinations to start school. So when my grandparents took me in to get these vaccinations at the school, I was like, no, no. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I was only 4 years old. I'm like, no, I refused. And I threw a hissy fit from hell. 4-year-old little girl took 5 people to hold me down, 5 adults to hold me down to give me those shots.
Wow.
And then I was sick. I was sick for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Jeez.
But why would it take 5 adults to hold a 4-year-old little girl down?
Well, I was gonna say, it seems like you should have like super strength or something.
And I never, and I didn't think about this stuff growing up until I remember, I'm starting to remember. I've started remembering a lot of things in the last year. I used to climb
Wow.
up trees and jump out. We had a barn. You know how you have those 2-story barns and they always have
Yeah.
that hay door? I used to,
Right.
I was like 5 years old jumping out of that second-story barn.
Jumping out that window.
Yes.
Whoa, dude.
And I never thought nothing of it. Nothing of it. I never thought it was weird.
Did anybody see you?
I lived out in the middle of nowhere. So, no. But there was a reaction when I was in junior high because they had, like, in gym class, we had to do this weightlifting thing.
Yeah.
And there was some weird reactions I remember now because I was the girl and I was out lifting all the boys.
I bet. Well, I was going to say, poor boy that touched you in the wrong place at the wrong time when you were young teenager. Because,
Well,
you
and
know,
I
he
always
might
thought,
snap his ass.
but I never thought nothing. I was just the farm girl, I hauled wood, I did this, it just made me strong. Never thought
Yeah.
about none of that stuff until I got older. And then, and
It's like Superman
I always
didn't
felt
know
like,
who he was.
well, and I always felt like the freak, people
Yeah.
acted weird around me. People always acted weird around me, and I was different, you know. Um,
I think we
there's
should
so many
call it a night.
incidents. Okay,
Hey, you can
So,
finish your story.
what?
I said finish your story though.
but and then I ran into um a guy that my best friend dated after we were adults, and we got talking about it. And I said everybody always treated me like a freak. I talked to him. I was like the freak, and he says no. He said everybody was just afraid of you. That's why they treated you funny. And I'm like, why? He says because you were dangerous. No, I wasn't. He says, yes, you were.
You're dangerous.
That's what he said. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He said, don't you remember you used to outlift the boys? You
Yeah.
lifted weights you shouldn't be able to lift. He said,
Bet you weren't all bulky.
mm-mm. No,
That's
I
so.
was
That's
gangly.
just so awesome and funny. But it must have been. Well, it sounds like you were oblivious to it for a while.
Yeah, well, just weird things would happen. Like, and I think I was astral projection because they used to tell, when I was little, they always said, oh, that's so cute. She's got such an imagination. But as I
Yeah.
got older, then it was like, shut your mouth or I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Don't talk like
What?
that. People think you're crazy. And then the abuse started. And so I shut down at 13. I tried to commit suicide.
Oh.
All
So,
alive.
oh, shit, sorry. And I had a couple of those incidents. A teenager going through hormones and then having to deal
Yeah.
with all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. Growing up is hard for you.
yeah, it was. It was.
And then you get a whole bunch of gifted children to raise.
Yeah, but you know what? I am thankful because I didn't repeat. I stopped it. I didn't repeat. I didn't,
She broke
I
the wheel.
encouraged, I encouraged them, you know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I let them know that I just hope they're special. There's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
And so they didn't grow up with that. But the downside too, and I don't know why, but evil has been drawn to us like crazy.
Huh.
And I don't know why. But like when I was 3, I was abducted by reptilians,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, and that was a bad situation. They prey on children instead of adults because they can't,
Wow.
you know. So yeah, it's been a life, you
Wow.
know. And I've kept all this stuff to myself until recently. And there's only, I'm done
Well,
keeping it to myself. I'm
I
done.
really appreciate you sharing your story with me.
You
Oh my
know,
God,
and
you're
so,
just so extraordinary.
good and bad. good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild.
But I was told that I had to go through the bad things
Mm-hmm.
because, and I don't know if Brim's talked about it before, but dragons, you have dragon souls
Mm-hmm.
are easy to go dark.
Oh,
And for the dragon that I am and who I am, I had to be tested.
yeah.
I had to be tested and to be tested by a lot of evil things. And that if I could keep my soul pure through all that, then I would be able to accomplish what my purpose is after ascension. And I've been told many times, even by Yaya, I don't know if she's still here, but she said that I had the most brightest, most purest soul she'd ever seen in her life. And I'm like,
Wow.
really?
Oh,
Really?
that's so sweet.
And I'm like, with all everything that I've been through, the way I behave, I'm like, my mouth is worse than a damn sailor.
Well, but that does, I mean, you know, that MFer on the freeway, he was probably Chilean anyway.
So, yeah.
I don't,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize people were asking me questions. Let's see, have I ever had contact with my father? I don't have a biological father, Wendy, but the human father that has been my father, that's on my birth certificate. Yes, we don't have a lot of contact, but I probably see him once or twice a year, and we talk on the phone once in a while.
Well, it's been a great live.
So, all right.
thank you.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
It was an
Bedtime, Brim?
it was an honor to hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry for going off topic.
Oh no, that's fine.
Oh, that was,
I guess you could. I've been called other people's mystical beings, but so I guess we could say that.
well, dragons are, I think uh, most of our population are mythical creatures. So, or prehistoric, I don't know. But he always believed in them. Or that they had existed here at one time, but
Thank you all for sharing tonight. It's been a great live. We got
thank you, Sonia.
17K likes. 9 people in the room. No donations, but it's been a great night.
I'm sorry, I didn't have any coins and I didn't want to leave the live to go buy some.
Oh, that's fine. That's great. Well, have a good night.
Good night,
You
y'all.
too. All right. Bye.
Thanks. Good
Bless
night.
you.
Love you guys.
Love you guys too.